Hello all, it's Nipperss. Been busy in between the last episode that I recorded. I actually did a bunch of work off camera. Been working on this CV that I've started restoring. I think I'm going to go ahead and restore this. I looked at the time for the blueprint to manufacture, and it was going to take 21 hours for that blueprint to pull it in, and that's a long time to try and sit there and wait for it. So I decided I'm going to go ahead and try and work with this. It's kind of a gradual thing. I've gone and I pulled out all the thrusters and replaced all the small thrusters with medium thrusters, with exception to the back one. I put in the large thruster for the back. Not sure how wise that was, given it was a serious power suck. But it does get things moving right along. So anyways, power is kind of an issue at the moment. Which I did go and I gathered up a couple of Promethium nodes on the planet's surface to kind of help with that. And one of the things we're going to do today is go to the moon and grab a bunch more resources before we ship out of here. So the other thing I did is in the middle section there, I had a couple doors on the sides. I have taken those off, and I was kind of using that middle section. It was originally set up as a bay for vehicles. So I've converted it and made it only a bay for my SVs. And then I converted the very front end and turned it into a big bay for all my HVs. And my HVs, I've redesigned it so they can deploy out the front. So the other thing I did was I took half of that bay, and you can kind of see the colorized cargo boxes there, is the split point. So I took all the constructors that I had that were originally set up in the front of this thing. There were some constructors, there was fridge, and a kitchen stove and all that. I took all that stuff and I moved all that construction stuff to that section where I divvied up the bay there. So, and I'll show you that on the inside. So I primarily focused on redoing this front end. And the front end has ramps. Looks like I got some plastic blocks I need to pull back out of there. And there's also a door there, which obviously needs to be closed, but anyways, and you can see the little bug killers right there, and then I've got my miner kind of tucked away on the other side. And then I've added a whole bunch more weapons to this. Well, I shouldn't say a whole bunch. Originally I had four of the 30 millimeter. And I think I've got 8 now, I think. Maybe I've only got 6. 4 on the top. No, I've got 10. No. 4 on the top, 4 on the sides, 8. Yeah, I've got 8. Because I don't have anything on the bottom. I've just got the personnel turrets on the bottom. I don't have rockets for the 2 rocket launchers that are on this thing. I'll be working on adding those. And I still need to redesign this center section a little bit. Originally, you see that it's all black. That's actually all plastic. And this very front section, when I built it, I did it out of combat steel. That was one of the things that when I took that base apart down on the planet side, I went and converted a bunch of the hardened steel, had it broke down, and then made up combat steel blocks out of it. And I also was able to gather a whole bunch of combat steel blocks that was a part of that base. So anyways, so that whole front section is made out of combat steel, which means if I was gonna coat a layer of combat steel around this plastic section, that's really gonna make it kind of bulky in that middle section. So I'm not sure if I want to do that. So I may end up taking that plastic apart and redoing it in combat steel, or maybe I will do a layer of combat steel and just reshape it a little bit. But anyways, I'm trying to get this geared towards getting ready for taking it into combat. There's quite a bit of work that still needs to be done. All the regular steel blocks that were a part of that middle section at the front still need to be turned into combat steel. And I need to do something about the middle section. And we've still got massive gaping holes. I've patched up some of it with plastic where I had to seal stuff up, but it's still got holes kind of everywhere. And so it needs to be reshaped and redone, which I might make it a little bit, I might widen it out a little bit and just redo a little bit of it, because I'm also going to need to add in my weapons, and I don't think I want to do that on the front. I think I want to put those back towards the back a bit. So anyways, give you a quick look. Turn my jetpack on. Now, I don't know that I have my no, I don't have I need to not go out into space yet. That's fine. So anyways, I think I showed you this before. There's this piece here, and then in the upper levels I've added some fuel tanks. I've also added in some oxygen tanks, and because I added the larger thrusters, some of those ended up coming back further than I'd have liked, but in fact I got them right there on the ceiling too. So I may need to redo some stuff in here too. Yeah, need to not hang out there. So same thing in here. I did added some fuel tanks. There we go. So added some fuel tanks, but we do also have thrusters kind of protruding in here, and same with up there. So anyways, I may need to redesign some of the stuff in here too to make it a little bit more functional. Gravity, or generators I should say. Yeah, I got thrusters poking up into here too. So I got a tier 2 RCS. I've got 2 tier 1 thrusters on this side, and then I got 3 regular RCSs here, and that's just mirrored on this other side. So those were those changes. Changed this setup so that I could just quickly get through there and quickly get to the bay. We can turn this on. That would be helpful. Okay. Now I can turn the jetpack off and walk around like a sane person. Okay. So I got different plants going just to build up the food supply. I've got some stuff here. I've got some stuff in the construction area. Alrighty. So I'm gonna get more of those going. So anyways, plants need to be picked. And this is kind of it's still the gardening area. I changed it a little bit. Got a cargo box there for the plants. And then up here, originally this was like a cargo area. It is now the ammunition storage. So I got 3 large ammunition boxes there. And then come through here, and this was the first section of, this used to be part of the bay that I have closed off. And while I'm thinking about it, so I got a couple armor lockers here. Need one of those. Okay, so got stuff kind of color coded. Orange is just the blocks, and then I've got CV parts, base parts, SV parts, HV only parts, and then I've got like 3 that are just for loot and personal gear, which I don't have a lot in. Oh, I'll need those eventually. I was building, so I put my weapons away. Medical supplies, a bit of water, just some miscellaneous stuff for resources. Got all my spores. Got some power, fridge and food. Got some oxygen bottles. This is my main constructor, and this one I'm using for making blocks and blocks, oxygen tanks, just kind of whatever I need to grind. And then I got this one. Well, I guess I had bottles in this one. So basically these two make blocks, or that one I guess I was using for ores primarily. But then either one of these two can make blocks and whatever else I need. So 2 armor lockers to keep all my stuff. Place to keep stuff that needs to be sold off, which I'll probably hit up the trade station before I leave town. Okay, so I come into here. Now these boxes, they're airtight, which in here it is not airtight yet because I've got some patching stuff. In fact, I think that's the only hole there. But I need to redo a deal for stepping out and getting onto the ground and being able to easily get back up in. So anyways, these boxes I can access from either side of, I can just bring in the vehicle, park it here, offload a bunch of stuff pre-sorted, and then when I'm inside working, I have instant access to those. So I got my scout vessel, I got my heavy assault vessel. Both of them can go up and out. Out of these two. Close those doors. Yeah, I ended up taking a hit. I think a rocket guy hit me, and fortunately hit that and not the tanks. But that was the other thing. I've actually had enough resources. I was able to make the laser drills. Makes drilling really fast. So you might get to see some of that today. I'm going to go to the moon. So anyways, I just got this bay here. It's all set up. It's a little bug killer. I've got some extra space in here I can work with. Whoa. Gravity's gone. Forgot gravity doesn't go all the way out. Okay, so anyways, we got some extra storage space in here, which I'll have to figure out what to do with. That kind of faces out towards the front. And so what you're hearing is these ramps. I've got that sensor there is set to automatically lower the ramps when I'm getting ready to go out or come back in. Let's just do jetpack. And so I've got this door here too, which should be closed. So anyways, yeah, now I got out of its range, automatically pulls back in. So anyways, I was trying to keep some of the same shape as what was originally with this thing, although I've made it a bit bigger. So it's going to end up changing things. And there's still blocks missing and stuff from the original, from when I found it. And there's some just regular steel blocks I just used to patch up holes initially. Oh, that's the door. So, anyways, and then I need to figure out, I don't like how this ended up joining up, and because of where that worked out, yeah, I need to redo this somehow, some way. But this also needs to be combat steel for protection. There's no way you're going to want to take this into battle with plastic and end up with so many holes and I'll lose everything. So redid this a little bit. Actually went further back in, like 1 or 2 blocks, and tucked those further back in. But then these are also medium thrusters as opposed to small. Originally they had small. Originally had small in here too, but did the same thing, tucked them back in. And so the other thing with this is when I go to beef this up and I'll bring this back out, it'll actually offer more protection for those thrusters. There used to be thrusters here. I took all those out and threw in this large behemoth back here and just made it a single thruster. So may or may not have been a wisest decision, but then I went ahead and built a hood to go around it, so that's all combat steel as well. So just same thing on this side. This side I think is in a little bit worse shape for as far as full of holes and damaged blocks and that sort of thing. So, but and then there's this here, which is an absolute mess. So I don't know. I may end up redoing this cockpit cabin. And we got a big hole here already. So yeah, I put a door there so I could get easy access to the outside. I'm probably gonna redo this somehow, because what I'm thinking, if I do enclose this with combat steel, it's gonna raise it up 1 level of blocks, which puts my view right about on par. Well, it'll hide those guns and everything else, and I don't know how well I'll be able to see. So I may need a little bit more elevation just to make it easier to see. Which case, yeah, that's going to be about another set of blocks up. So I may have to lift this thing up at least 1 set of blocks, possibly 2. In which case that might change dynamics a little bit, but that wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing, I don't think. Especially if I'm going to end up going wider on this too. So, yeah, we'll see how it plays out. I would kind of like to keep the same basic shape, but I'm not 100% sold on that. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Definitely need to make combat steel blocks for sure. Bed doesn't seem to function with this CV. Every time I try to use the bed, it says cannot sleep while enemies nearby. And I don't know if that's just because of a bug, because I did convert this. It used to be an enemy POI, or well, an enemy vessel, and then I converted it. So I don't know if that's has something to do with it or what. But yeah, whatever. So let's see here. Oh, this can probably suck up every bit of fuel I got. Yep. It's a good thing I got more going. Let's see here. Got structure's gone. Nope, it's not that one. It's that one. Slowly but surely making it up, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some more Promethium. Oh, that was what I was gonna do, and I forgot. I've got a laser drill module, so that I can go. There is a Promethium asteroid around here. Yeah. So we're gonna go for that. Turn off the dampeners. Nice thing about the big thruster, it gets you up to speed in a hurry. But being in space too, it's kind of nice to be able to turn that auto brake off and just kind of coast where you need to go. Okay, let's go ahead and get this bad boy put on here. I'd like to have 4 of them on here, but we'll do what we can. I only had enough resources to build one. I'm not sure where all the really good resources are at. I think it sounds like they might not be until we get... sure, that looks good. At least for now. This thing is so freaking long. I'm not sure where all the Zascosium and the rest of them are. I want to make sure I grab plenty of Pentaxid. Okay. Oh, shoot. I guess that would help, wouldn't it? Okay. Nope. I'm looking in there for it. I don't know if I have any harmless boxes, actually. Nope. Let's see here. Two should do it for now. And with these, just go ahead and stack them there. Actually, I should stack them on the other side because that's where I'm going to process the ore. I'm going to do that. There we go. Okay, now let's try this again. Oh yeah, that eats it right up. It's kind of hard to see, actually. Okay, that's a little too difficult to see from all the way back here. I'll have to come up with a long-term solution for that, but short-term, I think what we're going to do is I do have another cockpit here. Yes. There we go. Front row seat. So anyways, I'll get this mined out, and we'll bring you back when we're ready to head off to the moon. Okay, that pretty much takes care of that. So now we're head on to the moon. I want to gather up some copper and silicone and iron before we leave town here. And I wouldn't mind having a bit more pentaxid too. My pentaxid tank is actually full. I killed enough overseers while harvesting all that so anyways, I killed enough overseers to fill up that tank. So I actually probably could make a couple trips back and forth from Strenuous, or even go on to the asteroid field or some other places, but I don't know that I necessarily want to do that I really do need to go ahead and get the next POI taken care of, which is going to be one of the abandoned bases. And that is going to be kind of a tough challenge from what I kind of reading on the Discord. I think a couple people have already lost their lives already. And it sounds like one of them was actually kind of bugged, so I don't know. We'll find out what's happening. And the other thing I found out that's happening is some of the spawners, the hidden ones anyway, you cannot destroy. So if you cannot destroy the spawners, then that's going to require a bit different play style. Because what used to work and trying to just fight your way through it, that ain't going to cut it. So, because you'll go through, and even if you kill all the critters, which the critters that are there, that looks like an asteroid, or a resource asteroid right there. Let's find out what one that one is. Because if it's cobalt, I'll take it. But yeah, if you can't destroy the spawners, then all that stuff ends up coming back to bite you when you try to get back out. And that's, I think, is what costs some people their lives. Trying to get back out of that thing. That and those abandoned mines, abandoned factories. You got those scorpions and stuff that spawns in those, and they're harder than all get out, and they take so much ammunition, especially on a hard mode, to try and kill. Nope, apparently that's just a rock. Bummer. I was hoping for something good. Alright. Onward here. So yeah, if you look at my power left, I got 450 minutes. I run that main thruster, and it drops it down to 39. The thing just takes up a horrible amount of power. So I'm going to have to work on fuel tank capacity, and if I don't know, maybe that having that large thruster is a mistake. But man, it's really nice when you gotta take off. Okay. And where are we at here? I think I've explored most of the moon. Supply station. Small, very small. That's a drone base. Medium, medium, large. Pentaxid deposit. Oh, there's only one copper deposit on here, and I haven't found it. Okay, well, I think we're going to go over here and park. We'll just park there. We're going to pop into outer space to do this. Just because of the power requirement needed to travel that distance. You can do it a lot faster. Well, even that didn't help. Alright, let's see. I guess we can coast in atmosphere. And looks like my guns are going off. And we're drifting here. Guns are shooting at stuff I can't even see yet. Okay, turn the dampeners on. Let's see. That ain't gonna work for the front end. Back up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. That works. Okay. The only problem with these guns is they're going off. They'll keep shooting if the target is just out of range. They'll just continuously shoot. Until they register that thing is dead. Oh, we probably need some. I got 6 emergency rations. Need to get out there to whatever this thing's shooting at. Actually, let's check. Let's see here. Turrets. Oh, they're all set. Okay. Must have been slow on registering the thing to be dead. Alright. Let's just take a couple stakes with this. Oops. Done with that. Don't really need those. Although, let's take those with. Picked up some more auto monitor cores. Lovely. Still got 5 pentaxa to use. Been picking up a bit of laser ammo too. So. Alright. So, anyways. We're here on the moon. Our mission is to just get some more of the basic resources. See if that thing actually closed. Yes, it did. Okay, good deal. And the ramps pick up automatically. Alright. Let's pick this up. I don't want to leave it on here just in case it gets something happens to it. I don't want to lose it. Alright, so we got silicone here. We got iron here. Another iron, another pentaxid. So I definitely want those. Power station? Actually, power station should be pretty easy to raid. I might actually do that. We'll see how daring I feel. Oh, oxygen. What have we got for oxygen on this thing? Before I get too carried away. I've got some oxygen. Looks like I got quite a bit of stuff on here that I didn't think I had. So I will need that, I think. It looks like my fridge got hit. So anyways, let's go ahead and we'll hit the silicone deposit first. So for those who know and have seen this thing does a really quick job of mining. I mean, I've taken out large nodes in just a matter of 5 minutes. So, especially once you get the laser drills on here, the laser drills are just absolutely wonderful. You can dig yourself into a hole really quick. The other thing this thing is really good for is for drilling out a base if you need to make one. You just go up to a mountainside or whatever if you need to make a quick base. This will hollow stuff out in a hurry and you can get right to it. Okay, we're into the silicone. But as you can see, this thing just eats it up. Yeah, medium deposit. We already got 20% of it. Alright, that's it. That's all there is to it for the medium one. It's done and gone. So, I think, yeah, that iron is what we want next. I'm guessing there's probably a drone or something over here too. Probably what the weapons we're shooting at. Still alive. Rocket drone too. But that's why we got a turret on this thing. Looks like this thing doesn't have oxygen in it either. Nope. And it used up one tank. Alright. And looks like my camera view is messed up. I guess we'll just make do. Medium iron deposit, it's gone. So, head on to the Pentaxid. And let's take a look and see how much we got. Figure out what box it ended up in. Yeah, there's the silicone. So we got, yeah, just under 1.5. Yes, it's good. It's wonderful. You can spend more time on building and taking stuff down as opposed to digging. When you're doing this, it's kind of a nice break from constant combat. Of course, we haven't really gotten into constant combat just yet. But I'm thinking the next episode, probably going to. Oh, I missed the iron deposit somewhere. Okay. Next episode, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and hit Strenuous, or Strenuous, and we're going to see if we can't find that POI. Now, there should be a patrol vessel guarding that as well. So, right out of the gate, there it is. We're going to need to find that patrol vessel and find the weekly mission POI. I'm going to want to do that in fairly short order. Bam, that was it. Okay. So there was that. How much did we get? 10. We only got 10. What a joke. Okay. Well, is what it is, I guess. So, let's see here. Oh, I am level 25. And I have not died yet. I probably should show that every once in a while. Where was that other iron deposit? It's right there. That's a small next to the power station. I don't know. Maybe we should just go ahead and take off. And go to the next. Go to the next deal. If we're gonna dig, let's do it side hill. Okay, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not going to take the time. There's only one node of copper on this planet, or on the moon. I think there's like 1 or 2 nodes of copper on the main planet, but they're right next to the drone base and about 3 other POIs. So I don't know that it's really worth go getting. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this thing lower to the ground. This thing's kind of a tight fit in here too, so I mean there's just enough room to get it in here. So anyways, yeah. Just back it in here. And we're good to go. Let's see. Typically Luckily it's this one. So yeah, we made a good haul. Well, might as well get the rock out of there too. Let's see, let's empty the fridge. And while we're at it, let's repair the fridge. Anal moment. I just assume keep some fuel in there. And let's not have that in there. I like to have emergency supplies. Okay. Actually, I want that. Let's go ahead and meteorite incoming. I wonder what kind. Probably iron. Because there's only one iron node left too. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and pick this stuff. I probably should drop some stuff off. Fill up on air while we're thinking about it. And yeah, let's get this cooking. Let's see here. Okay. I need to come up with quite a bit more Sathium so I can actually build more of those. Because I'm going to need quite a few combat steel blocks before I take this thing into battle. Alright, now we can collect the rest of this. I think I need to pull the buds out of here too, because I don't think they have quite as much of a use as I thought. Need to figure out the quantities. I had it figured out at one time for making emergency rations. I'll have to go back and figure out what that was. What I needed for actually that made it first, then those, then steaks. Okay. Let's see, how far are we at? We are yeah, that's probably going to be it for this episode. So next episode we will head for Strenus and go from there and find out what it is we're going to be up against. we'll need to find the mission POI and take down the PV before I'd even think about landing this CV. In fact, I may just leave the CV in orbit. Might even set up a temporary space station just for processing resources and whatnot. So, anyways, gonna call it there, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.